Hey everybody, we're here again. Let's see. I'm here with Frederick Littles from Wise Acre Comics. Yay! Hi, Frederick.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, let me shout out a couple people in chat, and I'll bring it back to you. Let's see. Hey, Phil. How are you doing? Hello, Homeless. Hey, Glenn. What's up? All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, wait, got more. Oh, hey, let's cruise this. Hey. Hey, Chris. All right. Oh, John's in here too. Oh, hey, John. Yes. Yes, we are the leftovers from the non-Heroes Con. So welcome to the chat. Yes, hello. So Frederick, would you like to tell the chat about yourself?
Hello everybody. I'm Frederick Littles. I'm the owner, the proud owner of Wise Acre Comics, creator of Magnus as well as Crisis, which is an ongoing campaign right now on Kickstarter. Uh, I'm in the military, so it's early in the morning here in Korea. So I'm in South Korea and everything right now. So I've been in the military for roughly 23 years, going some change and everything, and have a huge passion for comics and really indie comics. So I'm definitely happy to be here this morning and appreciate the opportunity and everything to also be live here with Katie.
Yes, I'm so excited that you joined us because I never heard about your comic company before at all. And then I had Deanna from the Universum on a couple weeks ago, and they're part of your one of your tier packets for the PDF.
Yes.
And that's how I found about you guys. And I'm so glad you did because I read your the book, and I'm so
Mhm.
excited that I read it because I absolutely adored it. It gave me a little bit of kind of a lot of mix of things actually. So it's got a little bit of everything for people in it. But it gave me I'm a huge sucker for Beverly Hills Cop, and I don't know why I was thinking of that when I was reading it, but I really enjoyed that. Hey guys. Oh, thanks, Glenn, the homie. Uh so what got you into doing comics? What was it?
So I will tell you a couple of things, right? So my dad is a comic head, and so even my uncles and everything too. And so in the household, we used to go back and when we had these tube light televisions and whatnot, we'd sit in front of the TV and everything, watch the old school Batman runs and stuff like that,
Yes.
the Robins, the whole nine yards and stuff and everything too. But my dad and my uncles would bring comic books and they would leave them on the tables and everything. And my older brother would get first dibs. He was the one that he would get a chance to read the comic book for that. And we would have to wait for the scraps. And so I was thinking to his room and grab a couple of books and everything and be underneath the cover for flashlight, reading books and stuff like that. And I used to draw a lot back in my high school years. Uh, and so my art teacher and everything, Miss Welch, really gave me the insight into, that artistic mindset and to be able to read comic books and stuff because I had, a speech impediment going through high school. And I was kind of, a little bit shy and everything. I didn't want to talk as much. Comics was my avenue to put the two together, to be able to visualize, but also visualize my thoughts and be able to really, really speak what I really was feeling inside. And so comics was a little bit of therapy in a way. And as I continue on and everything, I started to, in the later years and stuff like that, my art turned to writing. And I started
Okay.
creating these stories. And I just kept writing and writing and writing and writing. And it wasn't until I put the pen down because my career took off and everything. And I didn't pick it back up until roughly like around 2016, 17, 18, in that time frame.
Oh wow.
Um, uh, and it wasn't until because I really feel like the space from comics and everything from what I do back in the day, from the silver age, the bronze age, copper age, and stuff like that. The enjoyment of that I got a comic reading wasn't there, and so it pushed me to say, you know what? Instead of me making excuses and stuff, why do I create my own stories? And so I remember sitting in the movie theater with my family and watching Black Panther, and the work that Chadwick did on that character. I was like, man, wow, okay, this is touching. Um, it lit a fire in me in a way to where I created my first series called Akoma. Uh, Akoma was a great book, but when I pitched it to a publisher and everything, one of my greatest mentors told me at the time was, if you want to get into this space, you need to actually understand the creative process. Your cover is fantastic, but what you put inside it, quality wise, you lied to me. And so I kind of took that feedback and ran in the opposite direction and say, you know what, screw this. I'm not going to do it. But instead, I took it, did a lot of research and everything, and said, you know what, I have this story. I have this great story called Magnus. I know because, as a kid, I grew up loving X-Men. I grew up loving Batman. I grew up loving Static, all the different characters and everything across the board. Black Panther, Black Lightning, Luke Cage. And so this story meant a lot to me, but what I saw was not being told was the African diaspora, the Orishas, was not presented in a way that was showcased like from the big two. So I said, you know what, I can fill this gap with this story and showcase it to the world, and align a team that were able to look at my vision of what I want to bring forward to the indie space of quality and an enjoyable story at the same time that really is meaningful in a way. And so that's what spun Magnus. And then for Crisis, my love for Batman, yes, Beverly Hills, cops and everything too. A little dosage of a lot of things and stuff that you really dab into Crisis, but Batman from the Quarter Owls, that run and everything,
That's a good run.
you received from the Syndicate, who's also a secret society. The things I enjoyed in comics come out in these books.
Okay, so we do have some foreigners in the chat. So I didn't get to your Kickstarter page yet, but is it available to ship outside of the US?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, it is.
perfect.
It is worldwide, everything. And like I said, if you go to the Kickstarter page and whatnot, you'll be able to see everything in there. There are certain tiers and stuff that's strictly for uh, the states only, and those usually like the retail packages and stuff like that. But for the book itself, everything, yes, it's available worldwide.
Great, because I had a lot of Canadians and a lot of people from the UK that were unhappy with a few Kickstarters because they were not global, but you got to learn from your first one and then kind of adjust as you go. So is this your first Kickstarter, or did you also put Magnus and the other ones on?
So Akoma was my first one, which was successful.
Okay.
Magnus was the next big one that we did. That was the bigger campaign because we released issues 1, 2, and 3 together. And I was told I was crazy for doing so. But the reason why I did it was because the story was, intertwined with each other. You couldn't read issue 1, which is the biggest of our books and everything, which is roughly 48 pages, and then read issue 2 and 3 separately. You have to read those books and everything in a consecutive fashion, which is why we put issues 1, 2, and 3 out together. And it's probably one of the best decisions I made in doing so, because the story and everything is just amazing. It's breathtaking. The artwork and everything, like I said, people really enjoyed the artwork of Magnus, but every message I get was the storytelling hooked them. And so some of the feedback I get and everything, because when I went with Bruno, my artist, I knew he was an X-Men fan, and I was an X-Men fan. And so we really wanted these dramatic scenes and be able to capture different emotional elements and stuff, facials, gestures across the board, different poses, and create these characters and bring the characters to life to where, they were the normal, things you would see in a comic book today. And so the various different poses and everything you see from like Stamos, with him overlooking the earth, that's probably one of the best shots that I've seen in comics and stuff. And so I love that pose, which became a poster because everybody was like, "Hey, can we make this into a poster?" I said, "Sure, why not?"
Ooh, nice. Yeah, the one thing I gotta say about Crisis is whoever did the art and the coloring and the lettering really understood how the story flowed, because the coloring really, it's amazing because I love the colors that were used. It's like yellows and blues and purples and pinks, and you got that reds going on in there. So it really helps set the tone of the art that's in there. And then the letterer did a fantastic job with the word boxes that he used. I'm assuming it's a he. I don't know, but they did a great job because you could tell who's speaking based on the word boxes that were used. And it's an adult comic, so there's sometimes there's a little blurb of like splatter or whatever. But yeah, no, they did a fantastic job. So kudos to your entire team because they put a good, amazing package together. I just
So,
tongue-tied myself saying that, but yes.
so can I give you a little bit of a hint for the letter?
Yes.
So this is my first time lettering my book,
Oh, okay.
and
Nice.
so roughly for almost a full year, I studied lettering from a variety of different letters and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? Let me try my hand because I'm always trying to push myself as a creator. And I wanted to see, was the lettering style that I offer for this book and per se for Crisis, would it stand out? Will readers and everything take a look at the different elements of lettering, the style and everything, the placement of those boxes and bubbles and everything, and really, would it really tell a story? And so that's one thing I really, really focus on, especially with the team of editors. They was on me left and right. Hey, this bubble just doesn't fit right here. This doesn't make any sense. You need to place this here instead. So I really appreciate that feedback. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, that was very exciting to me because it was boxes that you don't normally see, but it set the tone of who was speaking and it gave action to it, kind of like you mentioned before, the Batman 66. It kind of threw a little bit of elements of that in there, which I really liked because it made it feel like an old school comic, but also kind of like a modern twist, which I enjoyed a
Yes,
lot.
yes. So the one thing from my identity, the nature of thing I'm after, is blending old school with modern taste, a
Hmm.
modern feel. Because I'm an old school comic head. Like I said, I grew up on, like I said, one of my favorite artistic comics and everything was when I first saw Spun from Todd
Ooh.
McFarlane, and I love his art style, right? And so a lot of folks will be like, "Man, I see a little bit of Todd McFarlane and everything." I say, "Yeah, I love his art style, but I dissect the lettering and everything also in his comic books." And so I wanted to blend from an old crowd to also an up and coming crowd that hasn't really delved into the comic lore for the next generation to really speak to them as well. So trying to find a middle ground to be able to relate to older crowd and then the younger crowd was something I tried to solve.
I think you did an excellent job on that because it blends nicely. Because when you look at the art on each panel, you kind of skim through, look at the art, and then you read the paneling. That it makes you appreciate both again because it works just well together. Looks they kind of mesh nicely.
Yeah, we went with we went through a variety of color palettes, creating this series and everything. And what I wanted it was to, yes, be eccentric in a way, give you that a little bit of a cyberpunk feel and everything too with it, but also give you an old school Batman aesthetic also as well in the background. And so, if you look at those very different shots of Crisis sitting on the building and everything, you'll probably be like, "Man, that's Batman." Yes, that is. So uh, I, I definitely try to capture things I enjoy as reading comics and stuff as a kid and even as an adult and everything too, to blend that and bring something fruitful to the indie space.
Yeah, and I think you did that nicely. There's a lot of there's a lot of scenes in it that remind you, or you think back when you're like reading as a younger kid, and you're like, "Oh, hey, this reminds me of so and so," and I think that's great because it gives you a sense of like you get a like a familiar feeling with it that makes you like it more. So I think that's really cool that you were able to do that in a new comic, but also make it fresh and like its own thing. Oh, okay, here we go. Tate has a question for you. Are previous books available digitally? I would love to read Old Eyes, although only yes.
Yes, so all of our books right now from Magnus right now is available digitally on our website. And I can put that into the chat. I'll put it to the private chat real quick so you want to post it for them.
I actually have it linked down below.
Okay.
In the description.
But yes, if you go to the website and everything, the books and stuff are there. You can purchase a digital version, everything of it, and you have access to download it, and it'll be available to you, today. And so, Crisis though won't be available until after the Kickstarter. The one thing we mentioned for Magnus though, because it's the first run, this is like the collectible run for Magnus. After all of this run right here is printed, because we already printed these and everything, they're ready to go for shipment. This is it. We won't print these anymore.
Okay.
Because we have the retail copy coming out here at the end of the year, beginning of next year. And that'll be the second run print going forward for the duration of the series. So yes, I have a lot of people asking me kind of get the old version of Magnus because it has the original fact sheets in it, which is something that was again, we did it for a reason. But yes, if you go to the website, you can purchase all digital copies and everything of Magnus right now. Crisis will be after the campaign.
Okay, hold on. One question here. Nin, I know you're on Twitch and you probably can't click the links on YouTube, so I will link you either after this or if Glenn can drop the link again to see if I can paste it up here. But yes, I will send you some links shortly. Thanks. Yes. So in this book here, you are doing the writing and the lettering. Who's doing the art in this book?
So for Crisis, so it's my lead artist is Rum Silva. He's an artist from Brazil.
Okay.
Great guy to work with and everything. Rum, he offered, when I picked him and chose him, because I had a slate of artists and everything to go with. What really stood out to me was I'm a black and white guy. I love inks. I really do. But his grays is what really stood out to me, which I wasn't used to seeing at first. And so when it caught my eye, I was like, hey, Ron, give me another sample of that page in grays, just not the black and white, but add some grays to it and everything. And he added it to it. And my concern and everything was because my colorist, Edward, I was going to have him do the coloring. And he told me, though, he said, look, I have a hard time coloring over grays. And I was like, oh, my goodness. Well, I need to find somebody that can actually color over grays pretty good and everything. And that's what led me to Javi to give me a very dynamic color palette and everything because he could color over the grays. So I think adding that extra element and having an eye for art, and like I said, I think my high school teacher, Mrs. Welch, my junior high, teaching everything across the board from my early school days, for really giving me that eye to be able to see the different perspectives, different shades of colors and everything when it comes to, creating an art palette that's suitable to, also coloring at the end. So both of those individuals together, I always like to try to pair the artist as well as the colorist as a tandem to really give me what I'm looking for.
I think that's a great example because there's sometimes when you can see the artwork where the original line work kind of gets destroyed and like the coloring because it gets oversaturated. And there's very few teams that work well together that enhance each other's work. I would say Michael Turner and Steigerwald and whoever did the coloring on that, oh, just gorgeous. Whoever did Randy Queen's Dark Child in the 90s, amazing. Whoever does Kenneth Rockaport's coloring, oh, it's fantastic. And I'm so glad. I love Finch to death. But sometimes whoever does his coloring, he gets over eager and oversaturates and loses his pen work, because the same thing happens in Silvestri also. But oh man, yeah, those are my go-to when I see really nicely done, like the teamwork. It just amplifies everything in that book, and this is what really stood out to me too in this, because your color palette speaks to me. It's yellows, blues, pinks, purples, and it's just everything that I love. And it reminds me of those splash pages in those books, because nobody really uses those colors. Nobody really does.
No, they don't. And that's something, I was like, we have to get back to. And I was like, you know what? Um, I'm going to make you see splash pages for a reason. And it's going to be a showcase of art. In all of the books, everything we create, it's a showcase of art. I remember when I did the Magnus and everything, there was one page in Magnus to where Stamos is reaching out to him and everything. And Magnus is looking back. And what I did was, I love graffiti. I love it.
Oh,
And
huge sucker for graffiti. Anytime I go into a new city, that's the thing that I go look for: graffiti and stickers. That's my thing.
yes,
Anytime.
yes. And so I was like, you know what? Let me create a unique way of expressing things expressing things I enjoy as an artist, as a creator. And I created that backdrop of graffiti of Magnus in his name being called out in multiple, he's hearing some things and stuff in the background. And so instead of using a bubble to do that, I use a graffiti art canvas, mural and everything, to put it in the backdrop to speak the dialogue.
Okay.
And so finding interesting twists to put into various different segments of the comic book is part of the creative process that I'm trying to bring to the forefront of this industry and everything, because the creativity piece I always thought was lacking in a lot of the books and everything I see today. And so I want to be able to express the creativity and everything in a way to where it reminds individuals of stuff. Like I said, when I read my books and stuff now, I go back to when I was a younger kid, sitting in front of the TV with a bowl of cereal, and I'm like, man, I love this. This is enjoyable.
Yeah, and it's amazing that you said graffiti, because the first time I opened it up just to see like the preview panels, that's what I got, and that's why I made the background that I got here, because it reminded me of just like graffiti stuff, which I enjoyed. So this is from Nin. I don't know if you can see this. He says he's finding some example of the comic panels and pages. There's perspective and composition on some of those panels, shows the person knows their design fundamentals. Facts.
Yes. So
Facts.
usually when I in my script writing and everything, right, I'm very descriptive. Some people say I'm kind of like overly descriptive. But if there's a certain shot that I'm looking for, that I really want and everything, I'm going to describe it. But I'm also going to provide references. I want you to sketch it up myself and say, look, this is the pose, this is the dynamic, this is the perspective I'm looking for and everything. And hopefully the artist can actually bring that forth through the final art, the artwork, everything for that page. So I like to put myself in like, movie mode and be a producer and be able to create those different works and everything like that. So
yeah, Rose Besh does some amazing things with color and that chunky like graffiti style. Yes, I love Rose Besh's work.
Yeah.
Hey Lisa. Hey. Yeah. Yes, you're so that actually probably helps also, because you have an artistic background. So when you do like the little mini mock-ups of like how you want things laid out, that probably helps your artists as well, because they kind of know the question where you actually want to go with the vision. Hello? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I like to go visit art museums, right? And I would stay there, and I would just look at a painting and everything, just to take in the scenery, but also study the artists and their works. And so when I was in Italy, that's one thing. I traveled Europe and everything, just to go to different museums and stuff to be able to see that region, but also pick up, on what those artists brought to the forefront, to where we actually, hopefully understand those different perspectives of shading, their lighting across the board, and so again, this is a science to me of trying to bring this melting pot together to be able to jail a variety of people to have again different perspectives on art, different perspectives on writing, and hopefully create something beautiful that will be lasting and fruitful going forward.
Definitely. And I think you really, really achieved that, because when I was finished with this book, I was intrigued to the point where I wanted to read more. And I was kind of sad that it was ending. But I also wanted to know when it was coming out so I could read more of it.
Yeah, so in issue 2, this is they call me a mad science for a reason, right? Scientist and everything for a reason. Mainly because when I start writing, I don't know when to stop, and because I enjoy it so much. So like issue 2 right now is sitting at roughly 40 to 48 pages. And I'm just, trying to figure out, okay, but I don't want to limit myself and say, you know what, I'm going to put out another 20-page, 24-page floppy. No, what's going to happen, everything, you probably get another 40, 48-page book. What's going to happen? Because I enjoy storytelling so much to where I don't really care about the page count.
That's good, because there's some books that I enjoy that are just a few pages, and some that you really want a larger, you get really into it and you want more of it. Okay, Glenn has a question. What is your favorite film ever? Oh, this happened last week. They couldn't pick one, so top 5. Let's do top 5.
This is so. I have to give you a couple because, like I said, 80s and 90s.
That was the best.
We love
best.
going to the movies. So, yes, I love Eddie Murphy, and so his Beverly Hill Cops and everything was definitely one of my top 5s. The Goonies. I'm sorry, but I love the Goonies.
Speaking to my heart. Those are both. Those are both in my top 5 for sure.
Now, from horror, because I used to love a lot of scary movies and everything.
Yes.
But Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street was something I really enjoyed. The Freddy Kruegers and everything across the board. I enjoy those runs, which allowed me to understand a little bit of the gore aspect when it comes to the blood splattering effects and everything like that. I really enjoy those movies. New Jack City is another one of my favorites. With Wesley Snipes. And then because I am when it comes to I have a tie between romantic types of movies and everything. So Sleepers in Seattle, as well as Love and Basketball.
Both great movies. Those are all good movies. You all should go see every single one of those because they're all amazing. Let's see. What does Tate say? You grew up with graffiti? Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of that happening, and I'm really enjoying the graffiti in a lot of the comics, especially like Spider-Punk, Miles. They're coming out with a lot of graffiti stuff, and it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, so when I went to Harlem and I visited New York and everything, we used to go to the subways and just go and just dabble and look at just all of the graffiti and everything, the different, you just walk the streets and stuff, you see all the graffiti on the walls. And everybody used to ask me, why you stop taking pictures of graffiti? Trust me, this is going to come in, handy one day, because I would study the different variety of different people who I thought was artists, real artists and everything. They had a creative interest in art, and there's again another form of expression when it comes to expressing art. And graffiti is something that really is expressive in a way. So I definitely love it when I travel everywhere I go. That's what I look for.
That's the first thing that I do when I go to a new place, and you'll find me running down alleyways, which probably isn't the safest thing. But I do it every place I go to. I don't care. I don't know. There's something about
Harlem Heights
art that just sucks me in with the art. All right. What are you saying? Holy, that's tiny. That's facts, Nin.
Yeah, that's one thing I really focused on was trying to give you a dynamic when it comes to not just having a straightforward shot. Uh, I like to delve into the corners of different frames of a panel, and I try to make use of that space as much as possible. So if I can draw the character back and draw the character in, or get them an overhead shot, over shoulder shot, across the board, everything, I think, dynamic wise, it gives the reader a different appetite for what they're reading.
Big books are the best. Yeah, I would agree. Hey, Boggs. You were born in 74. Yeah, the 80s and 90s. I'm early 80s, so soft spot in my heart for any of those movies. Especially if I saw them at the drive-in. I don't care how terrible the movie is. It's
matter.
I can't tell you how many times at the drive-in I have seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure. It was exciting.
It's classic. It's classic.
It's a great one. These are also great ones. Yes, T2, The Crow, Empire Strikes Back, Jaws, and Scarface. Also definitely. Great. Yes, we have Goonie fans in here. Gets people. Yes. Wow, there's a lot of 74. New Jack City, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harlem Heights. That's a good one.
I'm way down here. Yep. Yes, those are good. Wow. Yes, Evil Dead. See, Glenn is Superman. Yeah, we also want to watch the 66 Batman show somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, nice. You guys are all the Star Wars.
Definitely.
Yes, I'm huge on that too. I really like the animation style for the new TMNT movie. It's good.
Definitely look interesting.
Yeah. Oh, and also, hey Kev. Yeah, how are we Star Wars? Empire is your favorite? Yeah. I'm trying to catch up on chat. We're like way up here. Ooh, yes, it does. Like Warriors, all that stuff. I have all the break-in movies over there. I love those. Hey Kev. Electric Boogaloo, yep. I do love my Pee-wee. Yeah. Hey Sean. Yes, it is. I hear. Oh my gosh. Waterworld, yes, Waterworld's also great.
Yes. Waterworld's great too.
Just trying to get to the end here. Hey ducks. All right. Woo, we caught up. All right. Let me take a minute and I'm gonna go to your Kickstarter page. But when I do this, I'm not gonna be able to read chat. So I can't read chat. I don't know how you're gonna be seeing chat. So if you guys want to, put all your questions in the chat as I'm doing this, because I'm not gonna be able to see a single thing. Wait, hold on, let me go back here. All right, present. No, share screen. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here is your Kickstarter page. And you guys just launched this. And you've already hit your goal, which is amazing.
Thank you.
And you already have 15, you have 16 days to go. So this officially ends on July 3rd. So if you guys hear that, be sure to remember. I saved this because I'm not sure what tier I want. Because this was also an issue on somebody else's Kickstarter. Is they selected, let's say, this one here, but they wanted to go back and upgrade. It would not let them add after they pledge a different thing.
So I think for that one and everything, you have to unpledge and repledge again. I think that's the only fix. So. Kickstarter is I'm still learning Kickstarter myself, and it's something that we constantly try to give Kickstarter feedback on, and it's hit and miss sometimes. So we try to really educate people how to how that platform everything runs. But yes, I'm still learning everything too because I pledged to a lot of indie creators
Hmm.
and support their works and everything as well. And I'm also, trying to upgrade. I'm trying to do it on my phone, trying to do it on a computer, trying to do it on a laptop across
Yeah.
the board. I'm like, "Man, I can't figure this thing out."
All right. So do you want to give us, well, I'm scrolling through here. So we have Crisis. This is the book that it's on your Kickstarter right now. So let's see. Let me scroll down here, then I'll go through and we'll do the tiers. So it's a crime story, detective-ish story set in Harlem Heights. You want to give a little brief, because they're not going to be able to see this. You want to give a little synopsis of it?
Yeah, no, we created this fictional world, everything. This city. I'm big into world building, and so Harlem Heights is the kind of like the once great Black Harlem Renaissance. Uh, and you have these political figures and everything has created this really this cesspool of political corruption, and it comes down to this in the underbelly of it. You have this secret organization that's kind of running things. Again, that Court of the Owls appeal and everything to it, which is called a Syndicate. And you have these two uh, we created these characters and everything. Protagonist, Crisis, who's he don't have any superpowers whatsoever. He's just a regular Joe Smo who works at an auto mechanic and everything. He takes over his dad's shop, um, and he's trying to really uh, give back to his city in a way to where things that he thought of when he was coming up as a kid, and he's seeing all of the drugs, all of the crime, sort of the fester and take over. And then you have this detective Talisha Jordan, who was a love interest of Crisis back in high school and everything, but she doesn't know
There she
who he
is.
is. And, and so she brings a different perspective. She's kind of like, uh, a young Gordon in a way coming to the ranks and stuff of the Harlem Heights Police Department. And so you get a little bit of, again, my enjoyment of Batman, sprinkled into this comic book series, but also elements of movie and everything I enjoy also, like New Jack City, which
Yes.
is a huge inspiration and everything as well, because it give you that crime aspect. And you have this ruthless kingpin who's known as the mayor. And then he has this, his henchmen and everything. One of them is called Knuckles. He's really like his right hand. And him and Crisis had a little bit of history, which you understand why his hand is mechanical and everything in a way, robotic and everything there. And so they kind of go a little bit ways back. And so you get this world of pitting individuals and stuff you see in society today of political corruption, news media, all of this and everything comes to head. And for a lot of my series and everything, I'll give you a start at the ending starts, and then we go into the sequence. So the beginning is always the end is always the beginning. Give it a little bit of a twist and everything into the story, and just give you snippets of what's to come going forward to the future and everything. And so it's just a microcosm of the drug war that you witness everything in Harlem Heights, and then also the urban gentrification of society and everything as a whole, trying to, again, when it comes to money, money is always the root of all evil, and you see it comes out in his story and everything here. So there's a variety of characters and everything that's there, a variety of characters involved, and each of those add a different flavor to the story that I think really people will actually gravitate to. While also add a little bit of splash of gore to go along with it as well. So definitely looking forward to getting this book in everybody's hands.
Yes. I'm just gonna keep scrolling down here, then I'll go up and then we can show more, and then I'll go through the tiers, and then yeah, this is Knuckles, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. He's also
Fun cat.
styling. He's got some good clothes. Ooh, okay. Oh dang. Okay, that already ended. So it looks like no. Okay, so this is what is this? Ooh, a preview of part 2. So this is more of
Yes.
the black and gray work that you were talking about earlier with the
Yeah. So
shading.
that's we
Ah,
wanted to do a tribute to our artist and everything. And one of the things we did was take his inks and create a 5x7 card
okay.
that showcases his works and everything. So that was really a GTA inspired card. I wanted to give a tribute to everything to him to showcase his artwork, and that's what we came up with.
Oh, nice. Hold on, I just splashed myself. Okay. Yeah, I really like the line work on that. Yes, you can see some of the blood, which is great. Now here's more of the preview pages. I don't know how well that's going to translate, but yeah, you can. Now, what is this? Because this, I saw this earlier. Is this another story, or is this a different one?
Yes, this would be the first uh, uh, creative work as an imprint that we will publish one of our creators' works and everything. And so this is their first comic they were releasing underneath Wise Acre Comics
Okay.
called Critical Ops Task Force.
Okay, that's cool. I like there's a variety of mix of characters there. That's pretty cool. Oh, nice. So are these part of this bundle, or is this a different
So
bundle?
this was part of the early bird special that just
Oh,
ended.
okay.
But I did ask everything the room during the lives and stuff I do on Instagram if there's anybody interested still in those comic book series and everything. So I had a lot of people asking about the Meadows because they love the Meadows, and they're like, "Can I get a copy of the Meadows?" Because the early bird offered the first 20 pages, which is chapter 1 of
Okay.
the Meadows.
Nice. Oh, cool. So if you guys are interested, how did you do that? Just message you on Kickstarter?
Yeah, message
Okay.
me on Kickstarter. Or you can message me on any of my socials.
Okay.
Excuse me. Like I said, we will create a tier that's catered to
okay.
our backers and everything that's interested.
There you are. So let's go through some of your team here. So this is the artist.
That's from he's the lead artist.
Lead artist.
On the
Okay.
series. That's Javi. He's our colorist.
Okay. Nice.
That's King Bowler right there. Edward. He's our colorist on the variant cover of Crisis.
Ooh, okay. That's exciting.
That's Abasi. He's our lead editor.
Okay. Nice.
And then we also have Nigel. He's our story editor.
Okay. Nice. All right. So here's your rewards. Yeah, and if any of them want to come on anytime, they're all welcome. So if they want to come and showcase some of their work, more than welcome. Okay.
This right here is very special to me because I'm very big about supporting our indie creators.
Yes.
And so we have an ACE initiative, which is giving access, bit community, but also giving exposure to our indie creators and everything. They have a hard time trying to get funding for their Kickstarters and stuff. And so what we did was we compiled 12 different indie creators, brought their books into a bundle, and we put it to where we packaged it for like $5. And so you get 12 indie books that you'll be able to get exposed to early on, everything, to understand a little bit more about their works and stuff too as well, because it's a very diverse audience.
That's amazing. And this is actually how I found you. We actually got hooked up together, is because Deanna from the Universum was one of my guests a few weeks back, and people were just introduced into her world and her comic, and they're going to be doing a Kickstarter eventually. But if you guys want to read that story, it's also included in this digital bundle here, which it looks like there's a mega variety mix of different books in there, which I adore because I love weird indies is my jam right now.
And it's available. We set up to where if you didn't want Crisis, but you wanted the bundle, you can get the bundle. If you want Crisis, and you can add on the bundle for the additional $5 and everything. So we set up that way because we want to make sure we pay respect to each of the audience and everything that's interested in Crisis or not interested in Crisis.
Okay, that's cool. I think that's really neat, and I think that's awesome that you're kind of banding together with other indie creators, because that's kind of how you get more eyes on your work and stuff. That's pretty cool. So Harlem Heights. So this is your digital bundle for those that just want the digital.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $15. What do you get in here? You get, okay. So if you want Crisis and Magnus 1 through 3, this is your digital pack. Nice. So this is Magnus here. So this is a preview of your Magnus.
Love that shot.
That is a really good one, and you can see the little lights down here, but the glow from the sun roads, that's amazing. But yeah, once again, the colors that are used, like this panel, seriously, this is my favorite color panel like ever. I think every single one of those colors is in the poster in front of me for Darkchild. And anytime I see books that have that color scheme, that's my go-to. But yeah, that's very exciting. I've never heard of your books before this, and I'm glad that I did find you, because this stuff that looks fascinating to me.
Yeah, we're fairly new to the scene and everything, and we have excited a lot of people when they saw Magnus.
Mhm.
That really, like I said, we started with 0 followers on Instagram, and
Wow.
we're over 5,000 right now, and
Wow.
we're still building and everything. And so Magnus was kind of like the staple that really started the foundation for Wise Acre Comics, and that was really that's our baby. So with Magnus, we already scripted 16 issues, and
Oh,
we're getting ready to
interesting.
script the OGN as well for Magnus. Issue 4 is in production, everything right now. And so we're working parallel to everything with Crisis at the same time too. And so we have a lot of works and stuff in that we're working on in the background from a lot of our stuff we've been waiting to showcase for like the last 2 years now. And so we decided to take a leap of faith and say, you know what, let's start showing our work this year. Everything we have been working on, let's just show it. And so that's what you're getting right now.
I think it was a good call on your end, because you guys are growing pretty fast. You guys, when did you actually form the company for Wise Acre?
So 2020 is when we formed.
Wow.
And from there, I'm very patient, and so what we did was we built our teams, and so we built 5 artistic teams, and we created a full creators team, which includes your main artists, your lead artists, colorists, concept artists. Uh, we also have our editors, the edit the scripts and everything across the board, and so we're very patient to make sure we get this thing right from the onset. And, and so once everybody gives a green light and thumbs up, yes, I may have final say so, but as a team and everything, once we all enjoy it and we're ready for now production. And so we have a kind of a process that we go through step by step to get to this point, because we always focus on quality. Quality is paramount to us. We can't sacrifice quality. We don't want to put out anything that's going to, be, to the point where it doesn't look right, it doesn't read well, and so we make sure we take care of our consumers.
No, I think it's excellent, and I think from such a short time, it's only been 3 years, you guys are doing phenomenal, and the stories and things that you're putting out are very high quality. So you should be very proud of yourself for doing all that.
Thank you.
All right, so Knuckle Sandwich. You get issue 1, PDF and physical, and you get the Magnus. Ooh, and a digital print.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's been a favorite there, and everybody knows. If everybody knows me, when we start getting to those bigger tiers and everything, and especially for our physical backers, I always like to put extra goodies in people's boxes. So, and I don't tell them what I put in there. They just be surprised when they get the
Ooh.
box. So, I just enjoy giving back to our customers and everything.
Yeah, I think that's a huge part. And I think that's what's also fun about this, is when you go to like booths or cons and little fairs and you get to go meet the artists and meet for the first time. I think that's a lot of fun. So these are the rest. So is this all Magnus here?
So that's all Magnus there. That's a lot of the characters and everything.
Oh, cool.
Again, this is actual art from the book.
Oh,
And,
nice.
and so this is what you would get at Magnus.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that more, because I really like I like the visuals that I've seen so far. Ooh, what we got here? You got a PDF plus physical of Magnus and Crisis, digital prints. Oh, holographic trade card. Fancy schmancy.
Yeah.
I was a sucker for those in the Wizards. Sucker for those in Wizards. The Syndicate. Ooh, you get a lot of things. You get the whole
Yes,
shebang.
you get the shebang. Now this is again for this tier right here.
Mm-hmm.
We did an exclusive cover, so that card that you saw, the GTA inspired card, everything. That's
This
what
one?
actually the cover of the. No, it was the first card we had for. If you scroll down, you better see it
Oh, this one?
right there. Yep.
Yes.
So that's gonna be an actual book cover as well. So,
Ooh.
but it's only a part of that tier. So that tier, you get all 3 covers of Crisis. You get the
Okay.
base cover, you get the Kingpin cover, and you also get the GTA inspired cover. And that's the
Nice.
only way you're able to get those 3
Okay.
books all together.
Okay.
It's
And
not included as
they're
an
not
add-on.
available on add-ons either.
So the first 2 books in that is available as add-on, but the third one is not.
Okay.
It's a collectible item.
Nice. Okay. So that's tier 175. And here's more of the digital indie comics. And that's a
And yes,
comic
if you
machine.
get that Syndicate tier, it includes all of those
Oh,
indie
okay.
comic bundles for free.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Little key tag.
Mm-hmm.
The retailer sponsors 5 copies of Crisis Issue 1. Nice. 20 copies. Oh, that's cool. I like that you included the retailer packages. Yes. I think that's important to getting that into stores.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
And we wanted to find a way to take care of our retail market and everything too. We had a lot of local comic book stores reach out to us. And one thing we want to do is get a package was based on them. So sponsorship ads, pages and stuff like that, they can add into the book. So that way, get them a little bit more visibility, exposure to new customers as well.
Definitely. That's awesome. All right. So here's your stretch goals. 3K, you can get the Crisis variant cover, and that's available as an add-on.
No. So this is a catch here.
Oh.
So we get 3K.
Mm-hmm.
All physical backers would get the option to upgrade their base cover to the variant cover for free.
Ooh, fancy.
And then if they still want the base cover, they can go back and add it on for $10 and save $10 because the variant cover is $20.
Okay. That's a good tier. That's awesome. All right, so this is just an up close version. I like that. I like the background. Okay, tier 2. Ooh, get the holographic trade card if it hits 5K. All right, what we got here? Ooh, we get a poster. Cool. Oh, I like this. I like patches and buttons. I like that kind of stuff. All right, nice. So you're also using Comics Wellspring.
We are.
Yes, that's actually 20 minutes from here.
Yeah, they did a great job on Magnus, and the colors really pop in the book and everything. So we wanted to stick with them and build a relationship and everything with them going forward as well.
Okay, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna see if I can play the thing. I know you guys are not gonna be able to hit the sound, but if you guys are on your thing, just hit the play as well, because last time I did it, I got copyright. So we just hit the play, then we can watch this little preview video, and then if you guys have it open, just hit the play button. Nice. I like the way that was put together. Flowed nicely. All right, I'm gonna close this and go back, and then I'm gonna see if I can scroll. We can figure out where I left off on questions. I know I'm probably way far behind. Okay, Star Wars. Okay, saw that. Yes, I'm sure you guys were talking a lot of stuff. I'm sure. Yes, who did not copy off the yes. Mixtapes were the jam back in the day. Hey Cole.
They were. They were.
You still do mixes on Spotify. Everyone needs to know what you had for dinner and what kind of pizza matters. What kind of pizza did you have, Cole? Pizza sounds amazing.
And that's one thing I'm trying to do right now. We're trying to create a actual kind of like a little bit of a soundtrack mix for Crisis as you read it, to immerse yourself as you read and everything. So we're creating a selection of songs. We'll post that to the Kickstarter hopefully here this weekend. That you're able to listen to while you read the book.
I see somebody, but I don't see them. Where are they? They're saying hi, but I don't see. Totally not in your car right now? Okay. All right. Better be safe there, Ducky. Oh, there's Barb. Hi, Barb. Yes. Oh, shots have been fired. Oh, he's been doing feet. Uh-oh. Where's CJ at to cause some trouble? You guys are silly. Yes, excellent art for sure. Talk holographic to you. Hey, Louie. Let's see. Does anybody else have any other questions? Oh, hey, Bobby. Let's see. Trying to scroll down. We're almost there. Hey, Caroline. Oh, my goodness. All right. You did it. We're at the end. Hi. All right. So if any of you guys have questions, feel free to put it in here. Oh, what else were we gonna? I was gonna come back and talk to you about something. Now I got sidetracked. I don't remember. Oh, so you're currently in South Korea.
Yes.
Do they do actual Comic Cons, or are Comic Cons more around like manga and manhwas?
So they do. I want to say there's a Comic Con in Seoul that's tied to San Diego Comic Con in a way. That I think it's going to appear in July timeframe, I believe.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm trying to go attend, just to just to get on the floors and everything. So just kind of give an ideal of how I want to see my tables and everything going forward to the future. Because we'll be doing, selecting some Comic Cons hopefully starting next year timeframe, to attend and be, actual guests, and set up tables, everything, booths and stuff like that. So just trying to get some ideas on how I want to set my table and everything up going forward to the future. So, but I think they do a couple here. I know here on the base and stuff too, they do like mini cons in a way. So we'll see what happens there.
That's cool. So yeah, it's also good too to see in like other countries, like what books are people gravitating to. Like I think that's interesting.
So I will tell you the one read right now, Bitter Root.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Let me make you large. Bitter Root's the big one right now.
Yeah, that's one of the big ones right now. That's really doing a lot of great work and everything overseas. I found,
wow.
In Amsterdam, when I was visiting Amsterdam and everything, the Netherlands, Bitter Root was in the Hink comic book store, which was you started visiting those countries and everything. You start seeing your book in those stores and stuff like that. Okay, you're doing pretty good.
All right, let's see. Is the art all digital or is there some traditional?
So for all of our books, everything. So for Magnus, it's all traditional. For Crisis, majority, about 95% of it is going to be traditional, and then for some of our full pages, we added a digital palette to it.
Okay.
So we wanted to give you a mixture of a different variety of artistic palette, different tastes and everything as well, to blend into the environments and stuff.
I think that's popular with some artists, especially the ones that were like traditional painters that got into the comic art. They'll start with like the sketches, then scan it, then finish everything digitally.
Yep.
Okay, another question. Who are some artists you admire?
Well, so I would tell you, I'm a huge Todd McFarlane fan. Jim Lee's, Joy Perez. You also have, like I said, from the Bitterroot and everything. Seth Green is a huge inspiration, and everything to me. Uh, Mainly because I just love his artistic expression when it comes to really crafting a unique art style. Those are some of my favorites. Frank Miller,
Ooh,
love some Frank Miller. I
yeah,
tell you,
very
love his
dynamic.
work. Yeah,
Yeah.
you would see for the Meadows, you would see a lot of Frank Miller, into that we put into that comic book.
Okay,
Because I
that's
really
cool.
want to really, again, showcase things that I enjoy, who I love, and everything about, and put a little bit of that into my books as well.
Oh, that's nice. So we talked earlier about how you like to black and white and inks. Are you a big fan of like the artist editions of the books or the
Yeah,
unwrapped books?
yeah. So when we first did Crisis, right, we gave an early bird. The early bird is always the black and white version of the book,
Ooh, okay.
and so that's also its unfiltered version uh, of the book in its unedited form. So you get the raw uh, early edition of what it looks like, everything in early stages and stuff like that, and then you can be compare it with the final look of the book. So we always do that with a lot of our books and everything. And so on our website, we're always posting the early bird in a digital print for roughly, but we probably put on it for like $2. You know,
Ooh,
to get opportunity for the people to actually look and see what we're doing behind the scenes and to
that's
build that
cool.
following if they enjoy the story and everything. And so for our earlier followers, they got a chance to see the original story and how it changed and fluctuated over time to now. So the final edit.
Oh, that's neat. I love that. Like anytime I back a Kickstarter that offers those pencils or the sketch variant books, I always grab them. Like I'm huge on pencil and line work and just plain inks. I don't know. Something about it just makes me want to draw. I also heard really good things about Bitterroot. I haven't read it yet, but I heard it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. It hooked me, and I was like, yes, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And so the
Nice.
art, like I said, the art is just outstanding. The story is amazing. And so I'm working my way through volume 1 right now, and I'll be getting volume 2 here shortly.
Awesome. I'm definitely gonna have to pick that up. I got really big into like all the Scout comics and then all like the Source Point Press comics. I'm kind of like working my way through like the libraries of each individual company that I'm fighting, which I'm having a lot of fun with. Let's see, question. What is your plan for the future of your universe? He's an ex-editor promo question.
So for Magnus will be one of our bigger universes and everything. And like I said, we're at 16 issues right now, and we're really telling the story of a young Magnus, really uh, in the early stages of learning who he is as a person, meeting his family and everything, really like his father for the first time, and knowing his sister as well. And so that has a lot more story to be told, but we also have to expand on the multiple arcs of that story, from the miscreants to the planet Lulion, from the Orishas, tell a little bit of backstory thing about them as well. And so we'll continue to expand out that world and continue to build that world. And we don't know how many issues that's going to be. We just enjoy writing that story. As for Crisis, we're looking at pretty much, I think Crisis might be rough between 6 to 8 issues right now of closing the arc and everything in that story. Um, it just depends when I wake up in the morning how I feel. So if I feel like I need to write more, I write more. So I can't really give you a complete answer and everything on that
Nice.
because again, I just enjoy writing, creating stories.
That's awesome. Oh, also, you did just create your YouTube channel, so maybe you'll be putting some little promo things out and behind the scenes footage, maybe.
Yes,
And I
yes.
did link that in the video. So if you guys want to find that, all of your links, all your websites, even the Kickstarter link are down in the description.
Yeah, we're still scaling and building and everything, and again, these are just the little pillars, additional pillars and everything we added on to building out this team and this company.
Yeah, I hear really good things. Miller and Claremont were fire. Correct.
Yes, they were. I love some
Miller
X-Men.
on the Wolverine mini blew your mind as a kiddo. Yeah, that was great. It's been over an hour. I don't know how long you wanted to go, but I know it's super early there. What is it, like 8 o'clock in the morning?
I have nothing to do right now
Nothing to do.
other than write. I was getting ready to later on today. I'm going to script a reboot of one of the sci-fis I wrote, Aegis
Ooh,
Dawn, this weekend, and so we're starting
nice.
from scratch. Definitely looking forward. Again, someone mentioned everything. Alien, yes, Alien is one of my top tens movies and everything. And so we definitely there's a little bit of a vibe and everything there. Star Trek, Star Wars,
Wearing a
that's
Star Trek shirt.
Star Wars on right now. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting that book written and writing that
Nice.
script and everything. So yeah.
All right. So, Lady has another question. Who are some of your favorite comic characters?
So I have comic characters. Like I said, Batman is one of my favorites and everything. Uh, Now Green Lantern, both Hal Jordan and John Stewart are some of my favorites as well. There, Black Panther, Black Lightning, Static. Any one of the milestones from the Wayne Duffy,
Ooh,
that era and everything. I really did enjoy. Hardware was awesome. Icon. Uh, and so, yes, Superman. Definitely love some Superman. I love a lot of characters. Spider Man
you
definitely.
just got a
So
fan from Lady because Lady is huge on Black Panther and she collects a lot of his work. See, I
I
told you. Yes,
love T'Challa.
she has his first appearances. What comic villain do you identify with the most?
Do I identify with the most? So this is interesting because uh, there's a little bit of Joker in me, and especially
Okay.
when I write. Especially when I'm expressing myself and everything, because I try to get into the mind and the psyche of the character. Uh, and that's one thing Joker always did was get in your head. And so I'm my own worst critic, my own worst villain in a way, especially when I write because I become a Joker. I try to get in my own head and everything. So yes, I definitely identify with the Joker.
Nice. I'm also pro villain. I don't know why. Just the villains speak to me. There's something about them that's exciting.
I love,
Like,
I love,
heroes,
yeah,
villains, that's where it's
I
at.
love writing the characters. I love writing the character arc and everything. Villains are something else.
Okay. Let's see. Mr. Sinister. Okay. All right. I like Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister is good.
Yeah,
And Magneto. Yeah.
and
There's
Magneto.
something about some of the villains that, like, when you hear their backstory, you can kind of side with them. You
You
kind of
can,
understand why.
you can.
Yeah. They kind of makes them kind of human because they have those kind of things that have happened. And yeah. Yeah, that's exciting. So, are any of your teams going to be at any cons or any part of your team? Or are you waiting
Yeah.
till next year to do this?
So we wait for next year and everything to do it. One of my writers and everything I have co-writers and everything on Magnus, Devin R. Scott. We're definitely going to team up and go to one of the cons and everything. Also, one of my co-publishers and everything also for Magnus, Tyler Martin. Definitely going to link with him to go to probably one of the cons at ATL.
Okay.
And so definitely looking at different aspects and everything to link with my team and enjoy, presenting the material we have produced so far to the masses.
That's awesome. So your Kickstarter ends on July 3rd, so you got a couple weeks away. What other plans? You're gonna be doing more live streams?
Yeah, so we've been going pretty hard everything on the Kickstarter. When I can, everything like that on the weekends and stuff like that when I'm free. The week is kind of hard because I'm working.
Yeah.
The time difference, everything too is a little bit different here to try to do it in the middle of the night. And so it just depends on how late we can get on.
Yeah.
But after the Kickstarter and everything, we're definitely going to start shifting and going towards more live streams, doing more team ups and everything as well with special guests. Then also building out the YouTube channel as well.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, because I've been in a couple of your Instagram lives, which were nice because you had a couple of your creative teams in there, and that was very fun. So go check them out on their Instagram, because that's where you guys are doing lives right now, strictly on Instagram. Yeah, go check them out. He wants to know, eventually will you be at Emerald City Comic Con?
Yes, that's on one of as I build up my list and everything for Comic Cons and stuff I want to attend next year. That's one of them that I really want to go to.
Nice. Yeah, because that's Seattle area, so they have Rose City, Summer Con, which they're going to next weekend, I believe, and then Emerald City are all around that one area over there.
Yep. So a lot of the ones on the West Coast and everything, definitely.
Yeah, we could probably all just one week after another. I think there was like 4 in the last couple weekends alone. There's like 2 coming up. Yeah, because we have 2 here. We have Capital City, which is in Lansing, which is like the end of the month, and then the week before that is Astronomicon Part 2, which I'm trying to decide which ones I want to go to because they're close. But I don't know. I might go to Cap City. Maybe make a run to Phil. There's a couple peeps in the area. Let's see. So what other do you have any other titles that you're working on besides Crisis right now?
Yeah, so like I said, we're going back and forth right now on quite a few and everything. So we just get ready to wrap up the Meadows. The Meadows chapter 1 will be completely colored, inked, as well as lettered.
Cool.
Here in a couple of, hopefully, might be this weekend. We might be done with this weekend.
Nice.
So that the first 20 pages, everything will be done. And then we're finishing up the original graphic novel for Akoma. We're down to the last 6 pages for an 80-page book. And so definitely looking forward to finishing that one up. And then we're right back on to Magnus issue 4. We're right in the middle of inks right now. And so we have roughly between 9 more pages to go for issue 4 to be completely inked, and it's off the colors. And then I might have a surprise in the year. We shall see how the schedule goes with Magnus. And then we'll start scripting. I have a young Nigerian writer that I'm working with, mentoring and everything, bringing his project and everything to life, called Aura. So if you look at the artwork and everything I posted yesterday, everything on Instagram, a lot of the characters and everything, just finished up all of the character concepts. I thought Magnus had a lot of characters, Aura has probably the same amount. But we finish up character concepts, and if you notice from Wise Acre Comics, everything, we take pride in our characters, and so we really focus on bringing something original. And so I'm very pleased and proud of the team, what we did for that series and everything. So Aura would be the next big project we push out in full capacity, everything production wise. That we're really going to delve a little bit more into the roots, of the African roots and stuff like that. So definitely looking forward to that project.
Cool. That sounds great. Yeah.
And I can't forget, like I said, Critical Ops Task Force and everything. That's going to be an amazing project from Beyond Caribbean. Definitely looking forward to pushing that book and everything out. That book looks amazing. A matter of fact, a part of that creators bundle, their first book is one of the featured books and everything in that. So the Stray Dogs book and everything. So that book is simply amazing as well. So a lot of things happening behind the scenes.
A lot of the behind the scenes stuff's happening in there. Oh, I got tangled up. Let's see what else we got. Is there any other questions we got going on? Anybody have any other? So Otaku is definitely going to look for you when you go to Emerald City. Nice. Awesome. So when do you, so you're stationed over there for a while. So when do you get to come back to the States?
So next year. So
okay.
Yeah, next year will be when I'll be returning back and everything, and after that we'll see what happens next. But I'm looking forward to the next phase, which is again creating full time, creating comics and everything full time, and really enjoying the comic world. And being a part of it and everything across the full spectrum of things and being at comic cons, so definitely looking forward to that.
Nice. And Otaku was also in South Korea, so was Nam, their partner. They also do a Meet the Artist series. Lady also wants to know, do you have any personal comic rails?
So I have for books and everything wise, to my books and everything I have. I think that's what she's mentioning for the grails.
Yes. Yeah, like comic book rails.
Green Lantern number 87.
Ooh, okay.
So the John Stewart print, 1972. That's one of my favorite books. Static issues number 1 and 2 from the Milestone. I also have Brother Voodoo issues 1, 2, 3, and then Black Panther number 1. So those are quite a few ones. Everything I hold dear and dear to my heart. Yes, but Voodoo is great. It is good.
He's got also really good art in his books. So Nin actually has a professional question for you. How often do you all hire or look for artists to add to the team? And what are you looking for in a portfolio?
We look quite often. It depends on what project and everything we're working on. Usually when we set a team in place, we like to keep that team, mainly because they have, their past work and everything on the series. But when we create a new series, like for right now, we're creating a team for Aura. And so we're starting to build right now that team. And so we'll be looking for artists. We'll probably be looking for, colors, and so we're always looking at the beginning stage of looking at different portfolio. If you have a portfolio, you can definitely email it to us, and we'll take everything into consideration. So it just depends on if we're ready to start a new project, is when we start looking for new teams to build around that project. And so we take everything into consideration, your portfolio, and then at the end of the day, like I said, it comes down to a team discussing it, who do we go with.
Okay, so following the second part of this question, for someone that has never submitted a portfolio together, what would be the main things that you would want to see inside someone's portfolio? If they're reaching out to be an artist, an inker, letterer, etc., what are the things that you look for?
So when I look at for colors and everything, right, I look at that wow factor. Does it wow me? Does the colors pop? Again, are they able to color over the various different grays and stuff like that? Do they know their lighting, their shadows, the depth? I look at that from a color standpoint. When it comes to inks, I look at the tightness of the inks, or is that they understand if a line should be very when it comes to different lines and stuff, if it's a narrow line, if it's a wide line, if it's a thick line, if it's a thin line. I look at different factors and stuff when it comes to inks and stuff like that as well. But I also look at the anatomy when it comes to artists. If the anatomy is right, and it looks good and everything, which means I can look at the muscles. I can look at the different darks and everything. One of my pet peeves when it comes to artists is they can't add darks to their inks,
Yeah.
which I really, really have to emphasize. And so there's just little things here and there, but I always give people chances. I try to give them examples and stuff, things that I look at when it comes to comic books and stuff like that. Interesting reference points and stuff as well. But I do test pages. That's one thing I really, really do. So I take a page out of the script and just be a random page and say, look, give me a test page based off your skill set. And at that point, I would have a mindset of, yes, you get paid for the test page. We always pay our artists and everything. And so that give me a kind of an outlet, outlook and everything. Take a look and see, okay, this artist is suited for this story. So that's how we kind of gauge it.
Interesting. So if you have somebody that wants to submit their portfolio to you, what would be the best way to get a hold of you or submit that?
Yeah, so we have at the bottom of the page, we have a submissions process, and so they click on the submissions, or they can just email us directly and everything, and they're just we get a lot of emails daily from requests to work on different projects and everything too, and so we'll put them in the queue. And like I said, if a project comes up, we always go back to the queue and everything and see who's available for that project, because a lot of our artists and everything are always busy, and they can't take on that project. So we try to give it to somebody else.
That's neat. And so that's from your website at the bottom on the website. Lady Fantastic says she approves of your tastes and also has another question. What title from the big two would you like to write for?
So I get this question often. Early on as a kid, I would have loved to have written for the big two. Now I would write for the big two. Mainly because the stories I like to write and everything are sometimes unfiltered, and I like freedom of expression to be able to create, and I hate to be restricted from the creativity piece. And so that's what you get in Crisis. We don't hold back at all in Crisis. We give it the raw, we get it real, and that way, I love this indie space so much because we have that. And so I would not want to write for the big two because I want to be restricted from writing.
So let's do an edited version of this question. If you could take any from the big two, one from each one, but you got full creative freedom and weren't tied down, which ones would you try to, which one would you want to take on?
Now that's different there. If I have full creative freedom, I would tell you from Marvel, it would definitely be yes, I have two almost in Marvel, but
tell us the two.
Black Panther definitely, but X-Men.
Ooh, okay.
I would definitely take on the X-Men. Now for DC, I would definitely want to do that one's a hard one because I love Superman. I really do.
Glenn is diehard Superman, diehard Superman fan.
Superman. Yes, it would be Superman. I feel like I would definitely love to write that story if I had the room for creative expression, everything to do so.
Full creative. Now, would you ever do a crossover story between the DC and the Marvel? And if you did, would that just go like full on crazy? Because you have full control. You can do whatever you want in this series.
Definitely. I would definitely do a crossover.
Oh yeah, you got it. You have to do that.
you have to. That would definitely be something I would definitely, definitely consider everything. Hopefully that'll be the case. We'll see. We'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, that's also interesting. So, were there any? Where did I go? Ooh, Batman versus Daredevil. You know, that would be
Yeah,
that would be a good.
maybe a dope
Would
one
be
there.
pretty good.
The Brave and the
It would
Blind.
be pretty good. That's
like
funny.
that.
That's funny.
Like that.
I would do. Hey Rob, how are you doing? And for those of you who just popping in, we're talking with Frederick here from Wise Acre Comics and his Kickstarter for Crisis, which is awesome. Yeah, we have a massive Mario Kart group, and a lot of these guys are in my group, and we do a lot of trash talking. It's fantastic.
Love it.
Yes.
I missed the rainbow track.
Ooh, the rainbow track is a treacherous road, let me tell you. I mean, Caroline, it's okay. We also kick Glenn's ass. It's fine. This is also true. You and Glenn have the biggest mouse I've ever seen. Yeah, that's some fun times on the Switch. Are there any video games that you would want to do a story for?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, come on! Did you see the stuff that they're doing for the new one? That looks amazing. It looks so good.
It looks really good.
It looks really good.
For them.
I really want an excellent movie or something from that. I liked the last one that they did because I felt it hit more of the points. But even the cheesy '90s ones were good. They were cheesy, but they were good.
Yeah.
But come on, it's Mortal Kombat. I adore Mortal Kombat. Tate, you are more than welcome to join the cart group. We've probably got, I don't know, 15 maybe people in there. Yes, you are more than welcome to join. Yeah, I was big into the RPGs and the fighting games. Wrestling. Oh man. Yeah, there's a couple people in here that are on the hunt, which is hilarious because it's a comic book wrestling group. They take on personas of comic characters and wrestlers, and they battle with books, and it's quite hilarious. It's happening tonight, so yeah. You can, but only on Tuesday. No other day, just Tuesday when he gets his thing. Nice. Yes, that's hilarious. You guys are funny. Let's see. So we have any other questions? Let's see. Let me think. Do I have any questions for you? We talked about Batman 66. We talked about a lot of stuff today. We did. Let's see. What else is there? What else? Oh yeah, The Hunt. Yeah, that's what that's called, by the way. It's The Hunt by Tony Sanders. Oh my mind just what. So yeah, so his Kickstarter is good until July 3rd, and then I'm trying to. I had something on my brain. I was trying to ask you. Oh, jeez. Wow. Wow. I can't. Yeah, I just totally blinked. I must be all super mega tired.
I would tell you probably.
I think you said San Diego.
Yeah, so San Diego, but they're also doing a con in Seoul. So I'm definitely interested in everything in that one as well. It's similar to San Diego Comic Con. It's one of the biggest ones here in July. So I'm definitely trying to take a look at the one in Seoul, Korea.
That would be interesting. I don't think any. Are you allowed? Do you know how it works in Seoul? Are you allowed to video and stuff from there?
I don't know, but I'm gonna try.
I would say do it. I would say go live and see what happens, because I would love to sit in on that stream. That would be fascinating. Yeah, that'd be really cool to see. All right, Tate, what are your most important things you are doing in the near future we should be on the lookout for?
So we have, like I said, we have multiple things. After we finish this Kickstarter and everything, we're pushing back towards going back to Magnus issue 4 and finishing up that book. So that's one of our priorities and everything for the rest of this year is to finish up that book. And then also we'll be publishing our first underneath the Wise Acre banner, like I said, Critical Ops Task Force. That will be coming out with a collaboration with Young Caribbean. So I'm definitely looking forward to that project. That Kickstarter will launch in August timeframe.
Nice.
So that gets a little bit more time and everything for Magnus. We're finishing up issue 2 of Crisis. Is already in production. And so we'll give a sneak preview of issue 2 of Crisis here soon after the Kickstarter. And then we have Devin R. Scott, who will be scripting issue 3 of Crisis this summer as well. And so, like I said, we're the next phase of our building out Wise Acre Comics will be our YouTube channel. And so we're starting to build a foundation for that right now and looking at different ways of how we want to make sure we build that channel the right way. And so we create a diverse audience to go on with it and everything too. And so we're definitely looking to have fun for the remainder of the year. And then next year will be Magnus. Well, either the end of this year or at the beginning of next year, Magnus will be going worldwide in stores through distribution through Diamond Distributors.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's exciting. So is that your first one to get put through Diamond?
Yes, first one.
Oh, nice. That'll be exciting. Oh, okay, so PTT says, looking at the art is very reminiscent of Barbaric, to be honest. Have you read the Barbaric comic?
That thing rings a bell.
It's fascinating. It's like kind of Conan, but he has like a talking axe that's hilarious. And then there's a babe with swords, tattoos. It's
yeah, I definitely remember Conan. Cool. Definitely check that one out.
Yeah, definitely. I got into that book because PTT used to do he used to read the book live at Instagram. It was great. He also wants to know defined worldwide. You mean via the Diamond Publishing?
Yeah, through the Diamond Publishing and everything. So wherever they can go, yeah, they got somebody, store wise and want the book and everything. Again, Diamond will handle that piece and again, we should provide the book. The one thing we take a look at everything is translation, and that piece of the puzzle and everything too. Making sure that we can actually get the book translated in other languages and everything too.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Because I think globally, just all over is the best way to go. Because you also offer the PDFs, which is good because a lot of people can't get the physical copies. So PTT is on Twitch. He's hiding. No, you did not block him. So see the purple little icon? So that's Twitch, and then that's YouTube. But yeah, it's weird because Twitch can see the YouTube chat, but YouTube can't see the Twitch chat. So if I highlight it, it's the only way to see it. It's weird, but I hope they fix that eventually.
Was that a question for
so for Tate, will you be doing a street team, and how do people become involved if they want to help get the word to the people?
That's something we're talking about right now, and that's something we're talking about even in the indie space. We're talking about social media influencers and everything. But I wanted to go back to kind of the old school way. Yes, we have a street team where people that support that become our mouthpiece, and how that would look. That's something we're still discussing everything right now. But it's something definitely if it's more like an affiliate program in a way and everything to where we give same thing we do our creative teams, where our creative teams get free books, free merchandise, all those things and stuff like that. That's something we're definitely taking a look at a bit now. So definitely something we're considering a street team.
Oh, very cool.
And if you're interested, like I said, a lot of things we have and everything will be on our newsletter, but also our website. And if you have any thoughts and everything, you can email us those thoughts. We'll definitely take those in consideration. Yeah,
so I'll post the link for the Twitch people because I don't think they get that, even though it shows on my end they do. But for the YouTube, it's in the YouTube description for all the links. So PTT, you
Stickers on
should be
stop
afraid of
sign.
Caroline. Just saying. Who are your favorite artists outside of comics, living or have passed away? That's hard because there's so many.
That's so
That's
many.
tough.
Like I said, when in Italy, I said I got a chance to experience a lot of artists that have passed on and everything, and to see their works and everything up close and personal. Da Vinci, you know, a lot of his works and everything too, and to be able to, I went to go see the Mona Lisa, striking artistic work. When I go to see the Last Supper, gave you a different taste and appeal of what artistry was like back in that day. You're like, man, how they create this work? These are masterpieces, and so outside of comics, everything is kind of harder to find because there's like again, they're a master class of artistry that we only get a chance to see by visiting their works and stuff in museums and stuff like that.
I would totally agree. That's one of my favorite things, just hitting up all the museums, especially when you can get up close to the paintings. Because some you have no idea. Some are like tiny. And you thought for like ever they were like large things.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much detail they can get into a teeny tiny little space like this. And it's also amazing when you get up close, you could see all the brush strokes. Like, that's fascinating to me. Let's see. Because he is. Kyle is always lurking. And yep. I also agree. Stickers on sign, yo. It's like he's gonna be hitting you up. That's good.
Definitely stickers and stuff. Again, things we're looking forward to. Like I said, I can't get arrested. That's the thing about
it. Hey, when you give someone a slap, it depends. What they do with it is up to them. Question.
I pull a Miles Morales sticker.
Yeah. Kind of have to. It has got to be upside down, so you like fling it around. What superhero would you kill? Rude. I like your questions when you come out with these hard-hitting ones.
What superhero would you kill? This is. I often thought about this and everything. I think it was again the right way to go because actually I almost cried in the movie theater. So Iron Man was Tony Stark. And my brother was a huge Iron Man fan, and I used to hate it, right? Because we actually parts and everything. I used to beat me all the time. So that's one of the ones I really, really wanted to kill. So to see that happen in an actual movie, my wife would ask me, "Why are you crying over there?" I said, "You just don't understand. I finally got a chance to see this character die in the movie." And it was kind of like that Romeo and Juliet type of moment and everything. Like, oh my goodness, how could he do it for one? And then this actually happened. So yes, Iron Man was the one I wanted to die.
That's hilarious.
I would kill off.
That's hilarious. Hey, you got to see your vision come true. So how did it feel after it happened? Were you sad? Were you like?
I was sad. I was really sad. I'm not gonna lie, I was really sad. That's when I say Peter Parker. He's gonna die on my watch.
Oh no. That's funny. Is there one that has died over the years that you would want to resurrect to make a new story for?
Like I said, this actually happened in real life, and it impacted everything. Also, the character arc for the story. The Black Panther.
Okay.
That's one of the ones I would definitely, like I said, we just got the beginning stages of T'Challa, and so to be able to see that character come back and really get more of him and his story and everything, something I'm definitely interested in.
I would like that. I like the second movie. I just wish they could have
Yeah.
did a little bit different things in that one. Let's see. Renaissance artists used a tracing of their sketches that they blew up onto the canvas called a cartoon. Nice. Yeah, I love Renaissance art. Oh man, jumped again. A lot of people are saying Peter Parker. Oh man. Oh,
Pete gotta go.
Pete's gotta go. I say Cyclops. I'm sorry, but Cyclops. He's gotta go. He's gotta go. Nah. He's gotta go. Oh, okay. Is Brian doing we're not at Heroes Con, non-Heroes Con only chat? Nice. So yeah, it's almost been 2 hours, so we can probably wrap up soon. Go check that out. He's useless. I know. Yeah. Hey JD. Cart Part group coming in through. Darwin. He has been dead to me since yes. Since I first read the comic and watched him on the animated series. He's just never a fan. Oh no. Hey John. Oh, you guys are silly. All right. Any other questions for the people that have just started popping in the chat? Hey guys. Oh. Oops. That's okay. You're here now. This is Frederick. Hello. Welcome,
hello,
John.
hello, everybody. Hello, hello.
We just had a lovely chat. Okay. Yes. I want to see that trending hashtag. Hashtag that, everybody.
That's a good one there.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I did get kind of tired of Cyclops there.
Yes.
For a little bit.
A wee bit, yeah.
I was just hoping that one day Wolverine would just you know what? I'm just gonna take it by myself.
Yes. 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 Yeah, so I actually wanted less Cyclops when I did the animated series, when they finally started putting Spiral and Longshot and Mojo, and I was like, yes, we're gonna get more of that, and then they kind of like ended it, didn't go nowhere. I was like, no, stupid Cyclops ruined it. I was so into that. Yeah, it's okay. You guys can watch anytime. I know. It's a growing thing here.
It's
that's
trending.
funny.
It's trending.
Yes, that's gonna be my hashtag that I get trending no matter what. It's gonna be I'm like, yes, haha, take that. I can see it happening. I can see it happening. Man, jeez. No, poor Cyclops, my butt. No, don't think so. Boo. Boo on that. Wow. It's been almost 2 hours. It did not feel like 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Almost 15 minutes to go almost.
Yeah, it feels like we just started not too long ago. So why don't we run this down now? Because I know it's pretty. It's still early there. It is what? Going on 9 there?
Going 9, 15 to 9.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, that's early. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I would like to go get some food. So
some food, a bit of coffee, maybe.
a tiny bit, yeah, maybe a latte. Yeah, I do have some banana bread in my kitchen, which I can't wait to go eat. Yeah. But yeah. So thank you very much for hopping on. I had a lovely time with you. It was very nice meeting you, and I'm so excited to hear more about all the books that you have been coming out with. And hopefully, when you have other Kickstarters, feel free to come on.
I appreciate it.
You on again.
Thank you for having me. Again, this is something we want to do more of and everything as well. Maybe I can bring some team members on the next time around.
Yeah, yeah. If to hop on too. I actually going to be doing another series where I focus on Kickstarters, and then one where I focus just on the artist. So yeah, anytime you guys want to come on, just let me know. I'll have you guys on.
But
Oh,
like I said, I'm truly humble and truly grateful for the opportunity to not only meet you, but also spend some time with your guests. It's been fun. Definitely enjoyed it.
nice. So we have one final question from Nin. Which would you say your strengths and weaknesses with art?
Uh, I think one of my strengths and everything is, perspectives, understanding different perspectives and everything. Uh, the weaknesses and everything I have with art is oversaturation of a page. Because when I'm storytelling and everything, I often want so much stuff to be included on a page that's very in depth, background details, the whole 9 yards and stuff. And it becomes a hindrance to me when I start to do my bubbles, do my lettering.
Oh,
And
okay.
at that point, I'm covering up a lot of the art, and the dialogue might be important. So I'm trying to find a balance of how much dialogue and how much art is required for a panel to be able to translate that to the reader. So that's what I'm working on right now, is a weakness and stuff in my art.
That's a really good thing for people that are starting out, and even people in the industry that need to know, because sometimes there's just way too much words on one page, and then you can't see the art, and it's you need to let it breathe and let your eye take it all in.
The art tells a story, and so you don't want to interrupt that process. And so a lot of art to breathe a little bit more, and a lot of art to really gravitate to the reader's eyes. The dialogue is just the extra and everything, to where you really kind of get into the root and the meat and potatoes and stuff of the story itself. So, like I said, it's a balance and stuff like that. That's why I really enjoy comics, because again, it's the right of different expression from text to art is a beautiful medium.
Definitely. Tate says it's been amazing. So great to meet you. And also, if you're ever in the Detroit area, the best pizza to get is Buddy's. It's local. They do Detroit style, which is great. Yep. Thank you guys all for stopping by. I'm actually surprised with this many people in chat because of how many of you are actually at Heroes Con.
It's a lot.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's a great crowd. Great crowd, though.
Yeah, I'm so glad you are here. Oh, yes. Thanks for stopping by, but we're gonna end this now so we can go get some foods. And thank you once again for stopping by. So it's gonna take a hot minute when I hit end. So just stick around for a second. Oh, hey Headless. All right. Bye guys. Thanks for joining.